What's up? This is Atomic Swift, and I was just making this video to, I don't know, let you guys in on some stuff that's happening in Las Vegas. I don't know if maybe you're planning on traveling to Vegas or you're into this kind of stuff and you would travel to Las Vegas for this kind of thing. But the first one I'm going to show is Las Vegas Toy Con, and I didn't even know this was here. Well, I'd heard about it before, but I didn't know it was like a yearly thing. It's at the Eastside Cannery in Las Vegas, March 13th through the 15th, which is in 25 days. I'm recording this on February 18th. And this is really cool. Like, I don't really care about the movie or the toy stuff for it. They've got professional wrestlers here, and I'm not into wrestling as much as I used to be, you know, back in my teenage years with the Monday Night War and WCW, WWE, ECW, all that stuff. So I'm still a big fan of wrestlers from that era. And there are some wrestlers here, so we're just going to scroll down. We're going to look. Like I said, this is Toy Con 2020 at the Eastside Cannery, which is on Boulder Highway. So we're going to scroll down. You got Carl Weathers, who played Apollo Creed. You got this guy from The Mandalorian. You got R2D2 from Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. You get this guy. I'm guessing he does the voice of Optimus Prime. This guy does the voice of Megatron. I haven't watched Stranger Things yet, so this is one of the kids from Stranger Things. And now these are the three I care about: Sting, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall. Sting would be cool to see. The main two I want to meet is these two, the Outsiders. I mean, they pretty much changed the wrestling industry with their, the way they helped create the NWO and basically pushed Vince McMahon to do guaranteed contracts to keep wrestlers under contract so they can't jump ship to other promotions and to pay wrestlers fairly. And, I mean, these guys were just amazing. I mean, there was no guy... people criticize his wrestling ability, but Kevin Nash was the coolest. I mean, he just had that swagger about him where, you know, when he walked to the ring, he was just going to be cool. Great mic skills, everything. I went to StarCast 2 here in Las Vegas. I bought a meet and greet to meet him. The day I went, he canceled. He was there the day before, though, so this is definitely a must for me. Him and Scott Hall, two of my favorites of all time. Me and my nephew will see Sting if we got time. That'll be cool. And then you also have girl from Stranger Things, another girl from Stranger Things, Dee Wallace from E.T. and Cujo, and Henry Thomas, the boy from E.T. And I don't think I've ever seen Haunting from Hill House or of Hill House. And then another kid from E.T. I'm guessing did the voice of E.T. or maybe the animatronics. I'm not sure. You got this guy who I've never heard of because I'm not into Dragon Ball. This kid from Stranger Things, and I can't even think where this kid was at in Jurassic World. And then you got John Moxley, a.k.a. Dean Ambrose. That's pretty awesome. And then Fred Ottman, Tugboat, of the Natural Disasters in WWE. And Ryan Hurst from Walking Dead and Sons of Anarchy. That's pretty cool. And then two comic book artists or writers, whatever. Don't really care about them. Hopefully, I'm sure they'll add more people. There were people added to this that weren't here before. No wrestlers, sadly. All these are the wrestlers that have been there already. And like I said, that's March 13th through the 15th. The big thing I'm excited for coming here March 20th through the 22nd, which is the following weekend, is this right here. Days of the Dead. I didn't even know this existed. I had talked to a tourist, and they told me they were going to Days of the Dead, and I'm thinking, it's like, like that, was it a Mexican Halloween or whatever? That's what I thought they were talking about, and they're like, oh, no, it's a horror movie convention. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, it's at the Plaza, and I'm like, oh, how cool could it be at the Plaza? It's an older hotel. But you know what? I looked into the lineup this year. Looks pretty good, so let's check it out. Okay, so like I said, this is March 20th through the 22nd. These are the times right here. And there's some really cool stuff. Me and my nephew are going to go to this. We got a ton of meet and greets we're planning to do. Hopefully they're adding more people. Other cities got better people than we got, but we got one person that me and my nephew are super excited about that is coming to Vegas and no other one. So we'll get to that. If you're into horror movies, this is the place for you. If you've watched my room tour, I've got horror posters all over my wall, horror action figures. I love Jason, Freddy, zombies, all that stuff. So this is really cool. So first we start out with actors from Hellraiser 2, Hellbound. You got the guy who played Pinhead, Butterball, female Cenobite, and Chatterer. Don't really care about any of those. I mean, it'll be cool to see them there if the Pinhead's wearing the makeup. Not really thinking of getting a meet and greet with them. Was never really into Hellraiser. I've seen them. They just weren't as good as other horror movies, in my opinion. This is a must right here. He was just added recently. That's why I'm really hoping that he's not the last one added. Danny Trejo. Definitely going to meet this guy. This guy is cool. If you have not read up on his life story, he lived a crazy life before he got into acting. I mean, and from the reviews I've read online, he's just a super nice guy. Really hoping to meet him. He was in all kinds of stuff. Predators, Machete, the Halloween Rob Zombie remakes, Devil's Rejects, Con Air, Spy Kids from Dusk Till Dawn. So that's super excited about him. Then next you got Ashley Lawrence from Hellraiser. Again, I'm not really into Hellraiser, so I don't really care about that. Honestly, I don't even remember her from Hellraiser. Like I said, I was never really into Hellraiser. I think I saw each of them once. And so we're going to go scroll down. This is pretty cool. Haven't decided if we're going to meet and greet with him yet. Richard Dreyfuss, of course. Hooper from Jaws. I've never seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I've heard those are good, but to me, he will always be Hooper from Jaws. Probably going to meet him, depending on which day we go to this. He's only there, as you can see, Friday and Saturday. Would love to meet him. Jaws is one of my favorite movies, especially the first one. I like 1, 2, and 4. 3, for me, was just okay. A lot of people shit on 4. I like Jaws Revenge, maybe because I watched it so many times as a kid. Okay, now, scroll down here. Heather Langenkamp, Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street. That is a fucking must. Me and my nephew, definitely her. I mean, she is a legend. Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street. No matter what else she does in her career, no matter what she did before, after Nightmare on Elm Street, she was always Nancy. Definitely got to meet her. It's going to be awesome. Scroll down. Joe Bob Briggs. He had that cool show on TNT. I forget what it was called, Monster something. I don't remember what it was. But I remember him hosting that. Monster Vision, that's what it was called. Really cool. It'll be cool to see him in person. Sadly, don't really care about meeting him, so my nephew probably wouldn't even know who that is. Scroll down. Linda Blair from Exorcist, of course. Exorcist, I never really got into Exorcist. Good movies, yes. Not really my favorite. Don't care to meet her, so it is what it is. Danielle Harris, fuck yeah. They added her just recently. Jamie Lloyd from Halloween, and she played a different character in the Rob Zombie Halloween remake. She was in Hatchet. She was in Urban Legend, Wish Upon a Star. So many movies. She came here once. They used to have this Fright Dome thing here with haunted houses at Circus Circus. She was here once when it was Halloween themed, and I did not go. And I've been kicking myself for years and years about not going because I've always wanted to meet her. She's just awesome, and as you can see in that picture, she's absolutely gorgeous. Really looking forward to meeting her, and she's in costume as Jamie Lloyd in this costume right here. It's going to be awesome. She is a must. That's one of the top 2 people that me and my nephew are going to meet. It's going to be sweet. And David Naughton from American Werewolf in London. Never seen American Werewolf in London or Paris. Not really into werewolf stuff. Besides, the one with the girls with the werewolf, Ginger Snaps. Those were cool. Never into the old school werewolf. One of the coolest looking werewolves I remember was from Monster Squad. But anyway, don't really care about this guy. And you can stay there if you come from out of town. You can actually stay at the hotel where it's at, and there's discount hotel rooms, which is what that ad is. Amelia Kincaid, I don't know who that is. I don't think I've ever seen Night of the Demons. Doesn't ring a bell, so don't really care. Rocky Horror Picture Show, Barry Bostwick. Again, yawn, I really don't care. Rico Browning, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Never saw it. I'm not into the black and white horror movies, except for, like, you know, Night of the Living Dead, or Return of the Living Dead, whatever that very first one was called, by George A. Romero. Other than that, not a fan of the black and white horror movies. Not a fan of black and white movies in general, so don't really care about meeting him. If he's in costume, that'll be cool to see. Damien Leon, writer-director, and David Thornton, Howard Thornton, Art the Clown from Terrifier. Never saw it, so maybe I'll have to watch that eventually. That cover looks pretty damn creepy. Looks really cool. Scroll down. Linnea Quigley, who played, oh, shit. Was her name Trash? I don't remember what her name was. She's the girl that got naked in the Return of the Living Dead remake, or after the George A. Romero trilogy. Great movie. Might meet her. I'm not too sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Return of the Living Dead. I love Return of the Living Dead 2 and 3. Part 2 is probably my favorite one out of the newer Return of the Living Deads. Like I said, it'd be cool to see her. Don't really know if we're going to pay to meet her. You know, depend on the pricing. We'll see. So that's pretty cool. This guy right here, Thom Mathews. I should have looked up to see how he says his name. He was great in Return of the Living Dead, but you know what? I don't even give a shit about Return of the Living Dead. Tommy fucking Jarvis from Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. That is the number one guy me and my nephew are going to meet at Days of the Dead. I will stand in line for hours to meet this guy. I mean, me and my brothers, the number one Jason movie we watched was Friday the 13th Part 6, which Tommy Jarvis was in. The second one was The New Blood. But Part 1, I'm sorry, Part 6 was always my favorite. Tommy Jarvis is just, amazing. This guy played this role and Return of the Living Dead Part 1 and 2. He was just awesome. Definitely number one. We're going to meet him. And it's going to be awesome. Beverly Randolph. She played... I forget what her name was in the first Return of the Living Dead. This girl in the first Return of the Living Dead. Anyway, she was Thom Mathews' girlfriend in the movie. Don't really care about meeting her. It'll be cool to see her in person. I'm sure she looks much older than that picture right there. And Alan Trotman, the oily zombie. It'll be cool if he's there in that costume. Other than that, if he's in that costume, I'll definitely meet him. Don't really care to meet him if he's not, because, I wouldn't even recognize him without the costume on. And all these guys from Knights of Ren, from Rise of Skywalker. Gonna be cool if they're all there in costume. Not gonna meet them, don't care. And then sadly, Tony Todd. Oh shit, they added somebody else at the bottom there. I just saw that. Candyman canceled. It was going to be an in-costume photo off, which is a bummer. I probably would have wanted to meet him. And let's see what this is. J.J. Cohen. I don't even know who that is from Back to the Future. And 976 Evil. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Huh. Yeah, I don't care. James Duvall. Huh. Independence Day Donnie. Yeah, see, I don't even recognize that guy either. I don't know who that is. That's not the bunny from Donnie Darko, is it? Yeah. Anyway, one thing I hope they add is a few more people. Some cities got better lineups than we did. Like I said, we're the only one that is getting Tommy Jarvis himself, Thom Mathews. If I could make this a little better, get rid of some of these Hellraiser people. If you have to get rid of people, I really don't care for them. And if you could add Scout Taylor Compton, who played Laurie Strode in the Rob Zombie remakes of Halloween. She's going to some of the other ones. Bring her to Vegas also. Would be cool to meet her. Kane Hodder, who's played Jason the most times out of anybody in Friday the 13th movies. He's going to another city, which I think the best one was Atlanta. So I'll show you what Atlanta's lineup was. Sorry. Oh, they removed it all. Wait a minute. Oh, they removed them. Oh, okay. No, here we go. See, I would add Brad Dourif, who does the voice of Chucky, and he also played the sheriff in the Rob Zombie Halloween remakes. His daughter, Fiona, from Curse of Chucky. Would love to meet her. That'd be awesome if they added these two into our show. Skeet Ulrich would be pretty cool because, you know, Scream was a big movie of my generation. It was really cool when I was a teenager seeing Scream, so that'd be pretty cool. I've watched a little bit of Riverdale. Didn't even realize he was in that. So I think I've only watched like one season. Alex Vincent would be dope. You know, Andy Barclay from Child's Play. That would be really sweet. Barbara Eden, don't care. It'd be pretty cool to see Dawn Wells in person. I wouldn't pay to meet her though. Catherine Hicks, Andy's mom from Child's Play, would definitely meet her. And this guy must have did makeup and effects for these movies. Not really into makeup special effects guys. Unless... Damn. I'm drawing a blank here. There's one guy I would want to meet. Shit. The guy who did a lot of the special effects on the Friday the 13th movies. I can't remember who the hell he was, but... Yeah, it's the only... That's the only... special effects person I would care about. And just in case you're wondering, typical price of tickets, let's just see here how much a Danny Trejo meet and greet is. $70. That's not too bad, actually. Yeah, and so it'd be $70, and then, you know, I would imagine most people are going to be around the same price. And I think tickets to the show were like $25 or something like that each day. Yeah, so his autograph is $55. Picture with him is $70. It's not really too bad. What's this one? He's the only one who's released any prices for anything yet that I've seen. $190. So you get one Danny Trejo Machete additional autograph, one pro photo op, special seating at his panel. Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Line jump perks for Danny Trejo's line, exclusive Danny Trejo VIP laminate. Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't really care there. I'll probably just get the photo op with him or an autograph, either one. Like I said, he's one of the people I want to meet. So, but anyway, like I said, this was just a quick video showing off some cool stuff that's coming to Vegas in March. If you're going to be here, if you live here and you like horror movies or wrestling or toys, comics, whatever, some pretty cool stuff to check out. So this is the first kind of video I've done like this. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you like it, hit the like button. Subscribe for videos like this and more. You know, it's mostly tech and video game videos. But thanks for watching my video. Thanks for all subs, likes, everything. And as always, bye for now.